Good morning. Here we are at Joe's Story Senior Center, and we're getting ready to do some gentle senior yoga, mat version, and work on a non-skid surface, work within your own capacity. We don't have to look like anybody else. We have earned the privilege. So, I'm Angie Merritt of Age Well Health Quest, and you can find us on YouTube, besides being right here on Joe's Story Senior Center Facebook page. We've got lots of videos here, so you can practice in between. Namaste.
Namaste.
And we'll just start out with a little heel up, toe up, heel down. And we're reaching up to the sky and out in the direction of our foot. That's our exhale. So a great big three-part inhale as we come across to the other side. And up. Just working that side body, working those legs, doing our breathing, working our hips. All right. And then our foot forward, our toe up, and we're coming down, pretty straight leg. Coming close to that knee, whatever that looks like to you. And then we're coming up and circling our shoulders, back up again, and changing feet. Coming down, straight leg, close to our knee, working those hamstrings. And up, circling. So a whole body workout. Getting the shoulders involved, those legs involved. Let's do one more set. Up and around. And last one. Up and around. And then we're opening our chest. We're bringing those arms back as best we can, opening across here. Shoulders back and down if you can find that. And then we'll just come to heart center. And as we're opening up, we step back into the diagonal. Be careful with that front knee. If you need to lift your heel, do that. We just want to make it comfortable and safe. Big inhale. Big exhale. those chest openers to pulsate. Allow us to have those upright shoulders as we age. All right. And let's just go with our spontaneous qigong. So we're bouncing on our heels, flinging our hands, getting our hips involved, getting our shoulders involved, getting your head involved. Just flinging any old way you want to. There's no wrong way to do this. Maybe our knees are going back and forth. Maybe our heels bouncing on the floor. Maybe we can wait to our grandchildren. Or maybe even our great-grandchildren. We live in an amazing time in history because if we lived in old times, we would have died already. Average lifespan was like 40 years or 30 years or something like that. Of course, that was the average. And that average was lowered immensely because so many children died before the age of 5. But still, people were just much shorter lived. So we get lots of extra days. We didn't make it worth it. One thing that helps us make it worth it is just being active instead of sitting on the couch. Or the easy chair. And then be real still, see what that feels like. Heart rate up, all those fuzzies. And let's do a little breathing. Let's do our fountain breath. So we're inhaling up. Big 3-part inhale and exhale. Bringing those knees down a little. Big exhale, strong breath if you like. Tongue on the roof of our mouth, behind our front teeth. Lips open. Bringing in that life energy. All right. We look restored after all that activity we did. And let's do a little weight shift. So we're putting our weight on one side and think about putting our ear over our shoulder over our hip over our ankle. So we're lined up. And this side is free. It can do whatever it wants to. And then we shift to the other side, lining up, ear, shoulder, hip, ankle. And while we're doing that, we'll just Come up on one side and back. With our breathing, maybe our exhale to the side and inhaling across. Bringing in that life energy, that life force. And big exhale to get rid of all that stuff. We've got all the stale air in our lungs. So those deep exhales allow us to have deep inhales and get more life force, oxygen. And shifting our weight is really helpful for not falling. So if you like, when you're here, and we want to be a little closer maybe, instead of way out here, we want to be kind of in front. Maybe we can lift that foot. Our arms closer in. And if you can't, maybe you can lift your heel. And if that's too much, maybe you can just bring your foot out. So find your comfort level. So whatever it is, and back to our breathing. Whatever we do it with awareness. Tune into that standing leg. Let it get strong. Over time, we don't have to do it today. The more we work on it, the stronger we can get. Even at older ages. I see some amazing things on Facebook, reels, of people doing extraordinary things in their mid-80s and 90s. So, even if we start late, I didn't start yoga until I was 58. So, there's hope. And our body, it does keep changing, but we can keep working with it. Let's go with our hip rotation. So our arms high, bringing our hips forward, way out to the side, way back, way out to the other side. And our arms just go along for the ride. With our breathing, keeping that flexibility in our hips, in our mid-body. Let's reverse that. Is doable and is so important for our being able to move. All right, coming to our wingspan. We're lifting high. Our knees have still got a little bend in them, but we're lifting high. And we can do that all the way from our feet, even if our knees are a little loose. Lifting from our torso, lifting through our heart, bringing our shoulders back, and breathing. And let's just flap our wings a bit. In, back, in. Maybe you will stand up on your back. Last one. And then a little bend in our knees. Maybe we want to be a little wider in our feet. And we're turning to the side for our exhale. And inhaling across and turning to the other side. And we can attempt to keep our hips as still as we can so that our spinal column is doing the twisting. You can experiment and see if that works for you. And we don't have to go so far around. Whatever we can do is fine. Remember, we don't have to look like anybody else. We can be tuned into our own body and look after it. A little challenge, a little care. Walking that line. Meanwhile, we're doing all that wonderful breathing. And while we're here, we'll just bring our elbows forward, our head forward, do our push-up with our head, pulling down with our hands, lengthening and strengthening that neck. We want a strong neck because as our head goes forward, it gets heavier and heavier. So having a few muscles can pull that back. And working on our neck some more, we find our middle finger and put it at the tip of our ear. And we can reach out with this other hand. And we're pushing into that hand, working that side of the neck, isometric, building that strength, breathing. We can still breathe a 3-part breath. And elf ear on the other side, finding that ear tip, reaching out, pushing out of the head against the hand. Really use that muscles in your arm as well as the muscles in your neck to strengthen that neck. And then we're back, fingers interlaced behind our head. And if you can't reach, just reach back. And we're pushing back with our chin parallel to the earth, pushing back, working the front neck muscles. See if we can sink those shoulders low and back while we're doing this. Opposing with our hands, working the muscles. I feel it working in the upper back. And release. And we'll come to our chest expansion. And we're interlacing our fingers behind. If we can, we're bringing our palms together. And if we can't do either one of those, just reach back. And lifting our heart, bringing our shoulders back. And back. And back. Our far yours is. And then reaching down with our knuckles, pulling back on those chest muscles. Giving our shoulders freedom to be high. All right, get that shake out. And let's do our, and we're gonna aim for 30, and if you need to follow that at 5 or 10 or 15, whatever, that is perfectly all right. You can work up to it, but 30 a day is what's recommended. And it works your entire body, so we're coming up on our toes as we lift our arms. So here we go, inhale. Okay.
Was that 30?
Yeah, it was.
Thanks.
Yeah, it can be not so bad.
Yeah.
And now we're going to, you can jump if you want to jump. A lot of us can't jump, but we can bounce. So we're bouncing firmly. We want to vibrate our bones. That makes them stronger, makes them denser. Okay, they say, and the research said that if you do that 10 times a day, 10 times in a session, 3 times a day for 16 weeks, they could look at your bones and the bones are stronger. So,
Amazing.
that's very doable.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
Yeah. And you can do that when you, right before you eat, maybe. And then go to your prayer, right? Okay. And we'll come back and find our full stance. So we want our toes out of bed and our knees over our toes, and our body is upright. So however far out you want to go is depending on how strong your legs are. And we want to make sure that we track over our toes. And then we're doing our squats. And we're bringing our hands up, palms back up, palms away. And then standing up. Exhaling down. Big inhale up. Strengthens our thigh muscles, opens our hips, works our whole body. Okay. And then from our full stance, however wide you want to be, and put our hands to heart center. And we're shifting toe up on one side, toe up on the other side. Exhaling, we can come over, heading up and across. All right. And let's come in a little bit, and we're gonna do a little lymph cleansing. So we're tightening our tummy and soft this and completing our belly. Our lymph system is our garbage system, and it doesn't have its own pumps. So movement is what moves stuff. And we're coming up anywhere you've got ribs and beat on it a bit. And we not only store garbage in there, we store emotions. And traditional Chinese medicine says that your lungs hold grief. So that's where Angie, we tend to have grief events all through our life, especially as we lose our friends, our loved ones. And then thumb up, and we're patting the sand down our arm. Then we're coming up from our mid-side up the bottom. We're also stimulating all these meridians. This is our lung meridian, our heart meridian. This is our spleen right here, and our pericardium is in there. Pericardium is the heart that surrounds our heart. And when our meridians, the energy is flowing well, we're healthier, our organs can work better. When the energy gets totally stuck, it becomes solid and is cancer. And it's stuck in, then with that, our actions of our instincts. And then our bottom. And our back. Any way you can reach it, whatever you can reach. Anywhere you got ribs, you got lungs underneath. And then come back to the ribs and the belly. All right. Then we're going to do a forward fold. We'll start with our hands on our knees. And slide it lower. And we're going to do some bellows breathing. So we're doing a big inhale, belly down our belly, and then push in with all your ab muscles, your transversus, your pelvic floor. So it's a little bit slower breathing. This is bellows, if you know bellows, when you're building a fire. And any lymph that got displaced and up to our belly, we're pumping it so it runs down. There's a channel, and it goes up above your heart, so it can get reabsorbed. Part of it goes out through our lungs, part of it accumulates in our elimination systems and gets sent out that way. And drink water, so we roll it up. And we're going to help that pump. We're going to come under our collarbone, find our collarbone, and about the middle, under the collarbone. We're just rolling here. Just a little massage. That helps that lymph, which is clean, to get picked up again, moved on and out. So we gave ourselves an internal bath today. And let's see what we want to do. We want to come to our warrior one. So our front knee is forward, our knee is right over our ankle. I look around and people are just kind of straight, but we want it bent, and we want to find that stretch down our back calf, wherever that is. The toes don't have to be absolutely straight. And we're bringing our arms up, our shoulders low. And let's wiggle our fingers a bit. And then we're coming to circles. Fire wheel. Breathing. Okay, and then let's go to the other side. Find that knee over the calf, that stretch out our back calf. And bringing our arms up. And they can be a little loose, shoulders low if we can. And let's do soft fists, soft fingers. We can get arthritis in our hands, I bet you know that. So, movement keeps them working. And then fire wheel. Okay. Getting that whole body involved. And let's come to our warrior two. So our foot out, our knee over our ankle, and this other foot, if we can, it's lined up. And however far back is yours is just fine. We want as in line as we can. And our body is erect. Maybe we can find that tailbone low. And our shoulders low. Let's bring our shoulders forward. Right up and back. And lengthen our arms. And we're looking out over our front bent knee arm. And breathing. Just hold it a while. Breathing. Then we're lifting that front hand, reaching out, reaching up to the sky, reverse where this other hand just rests. It just floats down. We're looking at that hand if we can, and back down, palm down. A little bit lift. Big inhale. Big exhale down. One more. Okay, change my mind. Two more. Okay, there we go. Then we'll flip. We're bringing that foot to straight and our other foot pointed out, bending that knee, taking that tailbone, shoulders back and down. And hopefully they're lined up. You can look back and see if it's lined up. Sometimes it's way out front, so we want to, the best we can, put it back. And then flipping that front hand, reaching up, our back hand just drifts down, and we can reach up a bit, and back down, inhaling up, and exhaling down. Last one. And I didn't shake my mind that time. All right. And from our wide feet, maybe we want our toes out. And we're coming forward, fold. And if that doesn't work for you, you can get your blocks. Everybody has blocks. You don't have blocks?
Yeah, he's got it.
Okay, if you want blocks, you can use your blocks. And you use your blocks like this, or like this, or like this, or like that. And bring in head low. Breathing. And then our hand in front of our face, and we bring that other hand up to the sky, looking up, and back down, and to the other side. So a nice little twist through our mid body. Those twists are wonderful for cleaning out. And down. And then bringing our head low in. And if you got raging high blood pressure, that's you're off your meds and it's just totally out of control, don't do this. Then we're bending one knee and reaching to the core. And bending the other knee to reach that one. Exhale as we reach. We just do what we can. All right. And then we can roll up. And let that settle. And maybe we want to do it again. If our hips do work out, work on our ankles and feet. And what else do we want to do? Let's work on our children waiting in the bus stop. To protect your knees, if you want to lift your heel, go for it. Big exhale as we land. Then come higher. Okay. And I was going to go somewhere. Oh, I know. We were going to work on our SI joint. So we're bringing our tailbone low and our tailbone high. Lift our body up, and we can have some roundness in our back. Maybe we could even bring chin to chest. Working on that SI joint, that flexibility in our hips. Low, wanting to ground, and high. With that breathing. All right, and come back around, and this is where I'm done. So we have our feet wide, knees on hands, and we're leaning forward with our body, and we're looking over our shoulder toward the sky. Big exhale over to the other side. Bring that left shoulder forward and our back shoulder back. Exhale to the other side. Inhale across, big three-part breath. And then we're combining that SI joint that we just did with this. So we are rounding our back. This is standing cat-cow. Chin to chest. Tailbone low. Belly button back button. Big exhale. Then we're lifting that tailbone, bringing that belly button forward. Lifting that heart just to the wall in front. And our shoulders back. Just back and forth. Starting with our tailbone, our rounding, our chin to chest, our big exhale. That tailbone lifting, that belly going forward, that heart lifting, the shoulders back. We don't have to throw our head back. And all right. our blocks to sit on. Checking in with yourself. Maybe you feel places with activity running around that you hadn't noticed before. And let's do our gathering chi breath. So we're doing our strong breath exhale, tongue on the roof of our mouth, lips open, blowing out that narrow straw. So we're inhaling through our nose, and as we do, we're floating up, and then begin our exhale and a little muscle. And of course, you can do this in a chair if you don't want to get to the ground. Let's do one more. And let's push against the sky so our hands are flat. And as we get there, we're exhaling, lifting up our whole torso from our sit bones high. Inhaling and exhaling to the sides, flat hands. Muscle here. And to the front. And then down like we're climbing the wall, lifting our torso. As you do that exhale, if you want to, lift your pelvic floor on that exhale. It's even stronger. Lifting every time up from our sit bones all the way, lifting high. And then we're bringing our fingers interlaced and up. Then our thumbs will round down and around, and we're pushing away on our exhale some muscle. Beginning our inhale light as we can manage. Inhaling up. Exhaling muscle. Full attention. All right, it's the posture, breathing, the attention in the movement. It's magical, works wonders. And let's bring our hands interlaced at our tummy. We're coming up and exhaling, relax for breath. That energy running up our spinal cord, at the top of our head, and the front of our body. If you want to add that pelvic floor exhale, bringing it up, you can maintain it, complete that circuit, working that governing and central meridians. There's lots of good, important things in the center of our body. Lots of heart, intestines, stomach, and lots of endocrine glands to keep everything regulated. Last one. And we'll come to our final relaxation. And turn our light off. So bright in our eyes. Our lower back very flat to the floor. Our knees can be bent, soles to the floor, or they can be at rest. A good little distance apart. Rolling our shoulder blades under, bring our shoulders flatter to the floor. Palms up. Relaxing into the floor. The floor is our friend. Solid and supportive, dependable. Relaxing everything. We've worked pretty much everything today, so our muscles can feel grateful for rest. Breathing naturally. Releasing our thoughts. Any emotions or sensations that come up. Returning over and over to thinking about our breathing. Anything you want to think about our breathing. Maybe our tummy coming up on our inhale, and lowering on our exhale. Maybe coming into our lungs or into our nose. Relaxing. Letting go. Especially letting go of our thoughts that come knocking, wanting our attention. We can learn to evaluate our thoughts. Learn to notice our thoughts. And decide if that's a useful one. Or if it's one that's just a pattern, keeping us trapped. And wiggling our fingers and toes. Rolling our wrists and ankles. And reversing. Then we're sliding our feet up close. Finding our knees in hands. In circles any way that you want to. Then bringing our knees in the belly. Rocking from one side to the other. Maybe pushing off with our elbows. Staying in that nice, comfortable place. And making sure that our spinal column is lined up. Then we're coming to one side, bend knees, arm on the head. Totally relaxing into the floor. Just a moment of gratitude and appreciation. Finding that gratitude and appreciation and just remembering what it feels like so we can just drop into it. Any moment of any day. We've got so much to be grateful for, so much to appreciate, and pushing ourselves up, easy lift. To our easy set, whatever ours looks like. Checking in with ourselves. I used to think I heard about the yogis and the Tai Chi folks feeling the energy and knowing where those meridians were and those energy channels. Sweater yoga were, and I was thinking, they are so sensitive. I just don't know why they're so sensitive. But now that I've been doing yoga and Tai Chi for 20 years, the energy is so much more intense flowing through. I can see how you get there. So, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Angie.
Is it that you're more in tune with the energy as well? Yeah, I'm more in tune, but it's the energy is flowing.
Oh, they use these? Oh, okay. Blocks too? Blocks.
Yeah.